YouTube, Dr. Evette here, and welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd show you a little bit of our family fun. We went on vacay for my daughter's 25th birthday. We visited Jacksonville, Florida, which I had never been to before, and then we moved on to Orlando. Here is a quick look at the hotel where we stayed, Margaritaville, which is there at the beach in Jacksonville. And we did have a room that looked at the nightlife and at the beach. Thanks for watching. One very interesting feature of Margaritaville is the margarita chandelier that they have hanging in the foyer. I thought this was so cute. And of course, the big green flip-flop, which is very fitting because this hotel is right on the beach. You go out the back door and you are on the water. Here's a quick look at our hotel room that overlooks Jacksonville's nightlife. And then once I spin to the right, you would have been able to see the ocean if I had filmed this during the day. But I love to have a ocean view. And one thing I like about this hotel room is that it had a walk-in shower. I do not like in-tub showers, so I am most often pleased with a hotel room if it has a walk-in shower and extra towel racks. This is the only part of Margaritaville that I captured during the day, but this is the back side of the hotel. And right outside back, there is a open area for a bar, a swimming pool, and then just over that dune is the actual ocean. So like I said, right out the back door, and you are in at the Atlantic Ocean. Great place to stay. I would love to go on vacation and not do any shopping, but I wouldn't be myself if I didn't do that. So we found a local shopping center, and there is Mert and Kyla goofing off and having a good time. Because we can tend to eat too much or eat out almost every day during vacation, we love to find places where we can take a nice long walk. So here we are in very close to downtown Jacksonville on their waterfront area, and we were walking. And during this process, we ran into a few people running a 5K, but I ran into a great guy that I met. Please go follow him. His name is Dr. Real Estate Jax, Jax, and he's a realtor there in Jacksonville. So if you're looking for a nice property or Jacksonville looks really good to you from this video, please reach out to Dr. Real Estate Jax. I'll link him in the description. As I mentioned, I've never been to Jacksonville, Florida, but I love to go places where there is beautiful blue water and blue skies. And so this is just a look at the waterfront there. And it's just a way to get in at least 10,000 steps after having a great lunch. One thing that I loved about Jacksonville, Florida is it had great places for family fun. And what I mean by family fun is a nice park where you can go and be close to the water, or you can find a park that has a swing set for your children. This area was just nestled with beautiful parks and beautiful landscape, and I really enjoyed this area. I would consider living in Jacksonville, Florida. So we have arrived in Orlando, which was the whole point of this trip, but we decided to break it up into several days so that it wouldn't be such a long drive. So here I am at Westgate Lakes. We used to be owners at Westgate, but we're no longer owners, we're just members. And so this is a 2-bedroom apartment that you can consider renting for a vacation. And it has a full kitchen. It has walk-in showers that I love. I do not like in-tub showers. And this room had 2 full-size beds. And then the room that me and my husband shared had a king-size bed. But it has a full kitchen that is equipped with pots and pans, full-size refrigerator, washer and dryer if you want to wash your clothes, full dining room area, full living room area, and a lovely walk-out balcony that looks at a lake. But Westgate Lake have so many opportunities for you to stay and be able to cook your food so you don't spend so much money eating out. And they also have a game room, and you'll see that a little bit later in this video. But if you're considering taking a vacation in Orlando, Florida, and you want something beyond a just normal hotel room, consider Westgate Lakes. So here in Orlando, Florida, this trip was all about Kyla. So the first night we went to go see Captain America. Shout out to Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford. Great performance. A little slow for me, but I'm not into superheroes. But her and her dad loved it. And then we decided to walk over to grab something to eat, but I thought this little walkway or catwalk was interesting because the lights were going with the music, and I just thought it was cute. But here a little bit you'll see me dancing and acting with acting, or I should say cutting up with the band. We do. So the little band helped us decide that we wanted Tex-Mex. So we actually went to the restaurant that they were playing outside of, Cava's. And because I am a Texan and I eat lots of Tex-Mex food, I would rate it a 7 out of 10. And I got something that I'm used to eating, which is nachos. But I can't really speak to restaurants for you to judge because I am quasi-vegetarian. So most of the things we eat are only vegetables with no meat. So here I am with some big nachos that only had veggies on it. But it was delicious. So later on that night, because you tend to stay up a little bit later when you're in Orlando, we went to this place called Melt and Dip, and I had the most delicious banana chocolate covered crepe with vanilla ice cream because Kyla doesn't like chocolate, and chocolate was almost in everything. She had a fruity sherbet dessert, and then Mert went with a waffle biscotti type dessert. I'm not sure what his was called, but the desserts there was delicious. But if you look on Google, I rate almost every place that we eat, just so that people like me, when they're visiting a location, can have a traveler's honest opinion about the dessert or the restaurant. These are definitely desserts that you can share because Kyla did allow Mert to eat the pineapple from her dessert here. But Mert did not eat all of this because it had chocolate on it. He likes caramel rather than chocolate, but it looked pretty good. Okay, I had to get this recorded because I actually beat Mert in bowling. I am Coco, code name. And so I had to actually film it because I rarely beat him in any type of game. And so it was my way to brag, although he said he did allow me to play bumper bowl with the rails up. And then he went on to play Kyla in some street fighting game, and then later on in a basketball game that is Connect 4. So this just helps you remember when you're young and cute and you stay up all night and you do lots of things, and every night is a late night. So when you come home from vacation, you need a vacation from your vacation because you spent every night staying up late and doing wonderful things just to celebrate your only child. And that's what we did. But when we got back from vacation, we spent about 2 days sleeping in to recover. So that's how we know we are nice and mature, because you need to rest when you get back home. There is truly a kid in all of us. I played this game first with Kyla and I won. And then, and only because I learned to shoot, because my dad and my brother both played point guard, and I used to have to play my brother in a game of 21, and that's how I learned how to shoot. But Kyla and Mert played the game, and then Mert didn't let Kyla win. But because he's so competitive. But this is just a way to stay nice and young. And then after leaving the arcade, which is there at the hotel, we went over to the Westgate sign. It was just a nice day or night to be out for a walk. And so we try to get our walk in because we consume a lot of calories when we're on vacation. And so to get 10,000 steps in kind of help balance out all that food that you are consuming. But here we are on a night walk, which is real close to the lake. And this is the Westgate sign, just in case you don't remember where I told you we stayed. Here's a little look at Mert and Kyla goofing off together. You just have to know that she is such a daddy's girl, and he convinces her that they should hide and then pop up for the video, and she actually does it. So goofy. Okay, this was Kyla's actual birthday, and what she decided to do was go to the Orlando Museum of Art. And so here I have captured a few of the art pieces that I felt was lovely. But Kyla asked us to join her in doing something that was fun. Once we got inside the museum, we decided to split up and go our separate ways. Find a piece of art that we liked best, and then come back together in about 30 minutes and then show each other the work of art that we selected. What we learned from this little activity that Kyla had us do is that we know nothing about each other when it comes to art and what we would love in terms of art. And so I picked a piece that they so didn't believe would be me. And then once we got to the piece, which this is my piece here, I explained what it was about this piece. I loved that her head was wrapped. I loved the intention in her eyes, and I loved all of the beautiful color, and that this looked almost like a quilt. And so after we all explained our piece, then we went back through the rooms again and found other pieces that we love, like our second and third piece that we thought were beautiful within the museum. So if you're in the Orlando area, you want to make sure that you visit the Orlando Museum of Art, and please do visit the kids pieces because they have artwork from children that's from grades 5th through 12th grade. And they are doing some amazing artwork. This is the piece that Kyla selected, and it was an actual quilt. And so I thought it was also beautiful because my grandmother, who was born in 1909, was also a quilt maker, and I have authentic quilts from my grandmother. So just enjoy these pieces that I'm sharing with you in the Orlando Museum of Art. It is a great place to visit if you're ever in the Orlando, Florida area. Please forgive me for not putting the title of these pieces on screen or the designer's name. Somehow the pictures that I took of the piece of paper that was saying the artist and the title of the art was not on my equipment for me to give you the detailed information about the pieces. But if you call the Orlando Museum of Art, I'm sure they can assist you or help you find the piece. And if you know me, you know why I filmed this piece, because I have a love for snowmen. and this exhibit was all snowmen, and then the little snowman house that you will see shortly once I swing around. But this museum is so beautiful. It's surrounded by water, a beautiful park, and these beautiful tall glass bay windows that they feature works of art in. This is a very lovely museum. And when I say lovely, I really mean that, because I used to visit the Smithsonian and all the museums there in the Washington, D.C. metro area. And this museum here stands up to that. It's very clean, and the artwork is just displayed beautifully. It's nice lighting, all of the things that you need to really enjoy a museum. So after we left the museum, Kyla wanted something special for her birthday, which was cheese sticks. So we found this little mom and pop place called Grilled Cheese. They didn't have cheese sticks, but they had grilled cheese sandwiches. But I wanted to capture the names, like they had the Beyonce. And so they had cute names for their grilled cheese sandwiches. Kyla and Mert really did enjoy their grilled cheese sandwich. I didn't so much because the cheese just become overwhelming after a few bites. And so because they give you a creamy tomato basil soup to go along with it, that made it bearable for me to eat a half of a half. And so, but if you're in the Orlando area, you want to try and you love grilled cheese, this is the restaurant for you. The whole idea of the restaurant is grilled cheese. So they had a few potato chips, which was hip peas made from chickpeas. I didn't try those, but I do love chickpeas. But I would have preferred regular potato chips or fries. But one day I am going to try these hip peas, which are made from chickpeas. And here's a look at the grilled cheese sandwich that I got. It was just the regular grilled cheese, which had 3 different types of cheese and the cream tomato basil. Later on that day, we made our way to downtown Disney. We were going to visit Epcot, but we all realized that we did not bring the right shoes to visit one of the theme parks. And so we came downtown Disney, and we haven't been to Disney since Kyla was a kid, and they used to have a place called Disney Quest, which is a huge arcade. Well, that arcade has now been closed. So basically downtown Disney, which is not even called that anymore, is just a big shopping center. So we decided to continue to walk just so we could get our steps in, because again, like I said, we are just eating and playing games and having a good time and staying up late and all those types of things. But it was a great walk. It was nice and breezy, and we enjoyed our time there at the downtown Disney area. So this is how we spent Kyla's birthday week in Jacksonville, Florida and Orlando, Florida. And I thank you so much for indulging, and thanks for watching.